Good evening, everyone. It is my favorite time of the week, Wednesday evening, where we do our weekly Wow Wednesday with Solex call. We've been doing this for 2 years. This is our third year, actually. I'm Dr. Sheila, if you don't know me already, and we are on a mission to empower every single household. And of course, to mm, really empower clinics, but our technology is so advanced, so affordable, and so easy to use. We can actually get this into every single household, being able to scan and optimize yourself, your family, your pets every single day for a small software subscription. It's insane how much money people are saving and getting solutions so much faster. So, we are so excited to hear your stories, and I want to turn it over to our beautiful co host, Marianne from Canada.
Thank you, Dr. Sheila. Before we go on any further, I just want to thank you so much for sharing this opportunity with me and empowering me, not only to help myself and my family, so many people, but also so that I could go on to help a lot of my clients. So thank you for remembering my family. So I love that you paid it forward. Okay, welcome everybody tonight. We're happy to see you. This is my favorite, I know Sheila's favorite time of the week too. Is when we get to hear the stories and find out about what's happening in people's lives. So before we go any further, I just want to say that anything that's mentioned on this call is not intended to diagnose or prescribe. So just, and one other thing. If you're telling a story, and we're all excited to hear your stories, please try to keep it just a couple minutes so that we can get as many through as we can, because there's so many people that get in these queues and want to share. So thank you for all attending tonight. We're happy to see you. Welcome to the guests and welcome to the Solex QLAs. Take it over, Sheila.
Yeah, we are so excited. And I have to say, Marianne lights my fire because of her passion to help people. And so, as soon as she got this scanner, it was like, very first week, she's already helping people, sometimes strangers, sometimes a friend of a friend, or somebody she just heard had this thing going on. She gets in her scanner instantly and starts supporting them. And that is what really lights me up, because we have so much power in the palm of our hands. Don't ever forget about what you've got in your pocket. We've had people helping people in the grocery line. Seriously, you never know when you're going to run into somebody who can use support, and you've got everything you need to help them. So we want to hear your stories. Please share with us, because we learn something new at least one, if not dozens, every single week. So we want to hear from you. Just raise your hand or start speaking.
I see Karen. Karen, do you have a story? Oh, sorry, Sandy. Go ahead, Sandy. We'll
Oh,
get to
sorry.
Karen next. No, go ahead.
We're all good. You can hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I asked my daughter Marlo to come on. She's almost 6 months pregnant, and she's suffering from pregnancy rhinitis, if any of you have ever heard of that, which means that she constantly is stuffed up with a cold, and it's to do it with her pregnancy. So I got her the bracelets, the jade and the white, and I just bought her the Cyban ring, and of course she's running with her thing, the scanner for rhinitis, right? But she said she's noticed a very big difference after wearing the bracelets and the ring. So that's very cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Helped her a lot. Yeah. Because you can't take anything, right? So,
Right. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. That is a great point. Thank you for bringing that up, because just like in a case of pregnancy, you've got to be careful what you put in your body when that little life is being formed. Frequencies are around us. Everything is frequency. And mostly it's negative frequencies around us, things that work against our health and healing. So, what if you were empowered to control that? Like supporting a pregnant mama that needs some help, that doesn't want to take chemicals that can cause problems to that developing fetus. We can use positive frequencies that actually benefit the mom and the baby. That's an excellent point, Sandy. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Anytime
No,
a mama can get help like that in the little baby, and isn't that the truth? You don't want to take anything, and nor should you. You should try to refrain from a lot of things when you're pregnant.
That's
Love that
awesome.
story.
Love it. Love it. Who else? Who else has something to share with us?
I'll share. No one
Yay,
knows.
Melissa.
Hi, guys. Uh, so this is actually a story for on myself. Actually, I woke up this morning and rubbed my eyes, and I could feel that one of my eyes was really sore on the eyelid, and it was a sty that I haven't had that for years. But I have a new face a night cream that obviously my body was maybe reacting to. But first thing I did was I found that frequency, that Cephi for sty, and I played it. 20 minutes later, gone, completely gone.
Wow.
So
20
it was
minutes?
20
That's
minutes.
fantastic.
Yeah. So it's amazing. I love it. I love working with this program. It has a frequency for everything.
That's exactly right. And for those of you who might be new, I did hear some people in the chat box that are new and they're just listening in. And this is on our team YouTube channel. People that find this AO scan technology. This is the most advanced bioresonance technology you can possibly find. It is so easy to use and affordable. You can use it from any device. You just have a subscription and a login. That's it. You can log in anywhere, your cell phone, a tablet, a computer, and you can just get right to work there. And like Melissa said, we've got frequencies for everything. So probably nothing you have going on that we don't have a frequency for. That's amazing, Melissa. Thank you.
I was just going to add, I've been on the Zymes and the Omega Pro for about 2.5, 3 weeks now. Just take some before dinner every night, and the women will probably get a chuckle out of this, but it's actually got rid of all my gas. I don't have gas anymore in the evening after dinner. So
And yeah, that means a lot because we're very much plant-based raw food eaters. So he needs he needs the Zymes in his life.
Oh, I'm so glad that you brought that up because for those of you that don't know about our AOzymes, I am a practitioner. So supplements are my business and I have to carry multiple lines and multiple kinds of everything because everybody's got something different and they react differently. Solex is brilliant. They've done something nobody else has done, revolutionary supplements. Not only do we have a lot of nano things that are instantly absorbed, you have 100% absorption, but with our AOzymes, we have all the enzymes in one capsule. So there's no testing for this one and testing for that one and this condition and that condition. We've got them all, plus the bio support. And in our biome, we have all of the pre, pro, and postbiotics, plus all the essential fungi. Never seen a product like either one of these before. One product solving multiple problems and saving people a ton of money. And isn't that great? Because eating a raw food diet, you do tend to have a lot of excessive gas and it can be a little embarrassing. So thank you for pointing that out that we have a solution.
I have a couple of stories I can share as well from this week.
Yay.
So firstly, it's really funny to connect the sty thing because I was speaking with my mom this morning and she was complaining about a sty. So I'm going to find out if she ran the same protocol because she needs to do that. But my story is about my mom because for those of us who love tax season, my mom supports my dad's business, has been for about 45 years. And she's every time during this year, it's a drudgery, like getting everything together, corporate taxes, the whole deal. And so she mentioned to me last week, I'm going to start my taxes. And I said, okay, well, here we go. It's seasonal, right? And she's done. She's done them. Like we're just mid past February, not due till end of April. And this is the first time I've ever known my mom to be able to do this in between all the chaos of everything in her life. So she says, do you think it's the scans? She says, because I'm not doing, like, she's not doing inner voice. She's not doing MindSync as consistently. Um, she's working towards it. That's fine. But she's been very consistent, at least scanning and optimizing. So, I mean, that's what it is. It's phenomenal. And I think once you've been doing it for a few months, you really have to kind of chime into what else has been happening that isn't necessarily a physical health thing. So I really think now that I've been able to sit with my mom and do the mind sync and say, look, now, can you imagine with just the scanner, what you've been able to do now, when you get more frequent with the inner voice and with the mind sync, it's going to be really awesome. But she's literally 6 weeks ahead on her taxes because of the AO scan. And that's what I believe, right? So that's fantastic. Really, really happy about that. And then the other quick story I have is about the Infinity Wand. So because I got the wand and the foot detox at the same time, and I just kind of wanted to not introduce everything all at one shot on my body. So I did the foot detox for the first week, and then I tried the wand on my husband just this past Sunday because he wasn't feeling well. He has like a vulnerability with his kidneys. And so I watched the 15-minute video on YouTube, which was really phenomenal. There's this one particular video, can't remember her name. And I was like, I don't know how to do this, but we're just going to wing it. And I just focused, he was on the bed and, obviously shirt off. And I focused on his spine to his neck and then just did little circles for the chakras. And then because I did raindrop technique in the past, I fanned it out from the spine and focused on his kidney. And I could not believe the effect on his spine because it was the same as what would happen when I did raindrop. Because the tissue puffs up, right? The oxygenation, is that what it is? Because you know, right, Dr. Sheila?
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a while since I've done it. So I couldn't believe seeing within 2 minutes, like train tracks parallel to his spine of
Wow.
just stuff happening with his tissues. I don't even know what's happening. I worked on his head a bit and then his feet. And so he had a fever that night, the sweat, and he woke up in the morning and his ear was draining. So this was just my first 15, 20 minutes with the Infinity Wand. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away at how easy, right? That was nowhere near the work a raindrop would take.
Yeah.
Obviously a different technique, lovely, aromatic, but for me, I'm blown away I'm just blown away at the equipment, the quality, and the ease.
Yeah.
You just can't even, I can't say enough about it. So both from family, but yeah, those are my stories for the week.
I love that you brought those up because I actually had to get my wand out. I'm not great self-care. I know God is smacking me on the head every day. I'm terrible at it. And I preach it all day, every day. But I got laid out Monday. Wasn't it Monday, Marianne? Yeah, Monday. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened, but it was awful. And I couldn't explain it. I just felt like my spine and my head were toxic, my stomach. It was awful. I did make myself get up and go lay on my infinity mat. And luckily I have the oscillating stand for the wand because I'm not going to blow myself on the back. I'm just not. But I knew my spine needed this so badly. And if I had had a way if I'd had someone, I'd have had them. I do raindrop in a bottle with all the oils. I have people roll it up and down their spine and use their wand. Powerful, when they can't come in for a raindrop. I couldn't do it, but I did set that thing in there, got it set up to go up and down my spine for a half an hour, and it helped so much. I'm so grateful. We have such amazing technologies and capabilities to help ourselves instead of laying there and dying, which is what I normally do.
Now. I have to get the stand now. My husband said, "Are you going to buy the stand now?"
Yeah.
Because he couldn't believe it. Like I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he was obviously detoxing. Those tracks is the body trying to eliminate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Excellent. Thank you so much.
I got a story.
Hi, Shalu.
Hi. I got a story. We're all sitting, sharing personal stories. Well, for me, it's just been nonstop snow here, like unbelievable. And with my hand healing, I can't just let my husband be out there. So I'm like, plus I do need to get it moving. So I went out and I just helped with the walkway. Right. And then I had to come to the restaurant. And because of all the snow, some staff couldn't come in. So I ended up cooking. Well, by the end of the day, like my shoulder, because again, the mobility and the strength is not there, I was like in so much pain. As soon as I went home, my husband's like, "Are you getting on the mat?" I'm like, "Yeah." Put the mat on. I was on it for half an hour. I could not believe, like, just instant relief. Like that mat is like, oh my God, I can't even, like, just the fact that it heats up. And, even if you don't put the PEMF part on, just the heat alone, there's just such a calming, loving, soothing energy about it. And then when you pick, and I keep switching it now because I don't want to sleep on it. So I go from the blue, which is for the grounding and reducing the inflammation, to the yellow, which increases your serotonin, because I've just been a roller coaster of emotions over the last few days, and then to the red to at least get some focus back and, really help with the brain. And I got up and I was like, you wouldn't have known that I just put in an 8-hour day at the restaurant. It was just amazing. I was just like, wow, this is so cool. And then, with the Zymes that Jason was saying, like, I just find every time that, if I'm busy and I don't take them, you can tell in your bowel movements, I don't get the same absorption of the nutrition of the food that I've taken if I don't take the Zymes.
Yeah.
My body will just process and push it out, but I didn't get all the nutrition. So you really notice a difference. It's amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
all the
thank
products
you.
are, but yeah.
You brought up some great points because you're eating foods, and there's oftentimes you're not breaking down either fats, carbs, or proteins, or a combination. This is common. This is so common. And if you don't have the right enzymes in your system, that's not getting broken down. And you can see patterns in your bowel movements, and the way that you feel. So I love that with our AOzymes, we have every enzyme that helps break down all of them. And bile support for those that might not have gallbladders, because they still need support. That organ, I'm sorry, it's not an organ you just throw away. It has a purpose. And if it's not there, your body is trying to compensate for a function that's not happening anymore. So these enzymes have all of the enzymes you need to break down your fats, carbs, and proteins, and support with the biles. So that's phenomenal. And with that mat, just remember that mat is not just heat, that is infrared heat. That is the same healing energy that comes from the sun. And that's why it feels even better than a heating pad, because it's like medicinal heat. It's amazing. And you're right. I've never heard anybody that hasn't been on that mat that's not addicted to it, including animals and kids.
Dr. Sheila, I just have one thing to add to that infrared. Now that you just said about the infrared heat. So yesterday I had a client that I had put on the mat, and I got her, listened to her inner voice and everything. And I was so excited for her, but she had fallen asleep the first time, but she didn't fall asleep yesterday. And I was like, oh, wow, I wonder why. Maybe just, after we did the other treatments, she couldn't relax enough. Well, no, I forgot to actually turn the frequencies on. I forgot to turn that part on. So besides the heat, was there any benefit? Would the infrared
Yeah.
still be effective then? Okay, so
Well, the PEMF is still moving.
Okay.
If you put we've got the things that come with it, that little vial with the metal ball inside.
Yeah.
You can see it jumping, and that's that traveling PEMF field where most mats have stationary coils. Well, the problem with that is the body gets used to something and it kind of starts tuning it out. So with this traveling PEMF, it's always a new experience. So you never have a chance for the body to check out and say, oh, we already know we already know what's going to happen. No, it's always a surprise, keeps it fresh. So you're getting even more. Plus, you've got all the frequencies of the chakra stones, of semi-precious stones, 8 rows of 7 different semi-precious stones, and all of the healing energies that they have to offer from the earth. So you're still getting benefits.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That's amazing.
Do we have
Anyone
any other
else?
stories?
Has anybody ever used the product Blue?
Oh my gosh. We have lots of testimonies for Blue, don't we?
Yeah,
I love
oh.
Blue, and everybody, all of my clients, one of the first things I do is I put them on Blue and the gold. I go to the colors, blue and gold, and then, of course, the AO scan, phenomenal results with pretty well everything that I introduce. It's just amazing. I personally have a story of chronic Lyme, and what the Blue, how it is. How it's helped my body, how it's given my body what it needs to heal is unbelievable. And I can't say enough about it. And I have a lot of other clients with amazing testimonials. And also, our Blue is very unique. It is, we also have the formulation of the colloidal silver, colloidal gold, and colloidal copper. And so that helps to amplify the effectiveness of colloidal blue. Plus, it's safe for everybody. No contraindications with medication. I give it even to my cat, and just a little bit to my kitty cat, and I've actually given it to my grandchildren. So, I mean, again, it's great, and I can't say enough
how
about
do
it.
you give it to your cat?
I just put one tiny little drop in the water.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you know what? She drinks it right up. Cats know, animals know. It's like they sense some. I actually have a lady right now down in the US who's ordering it for her horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Blue and gold should be a basic daily staple. I mean, I'm surprised that we don't have a pack of blue, gold, and red light because that is ultimate. No matter what somebody is dealing with, that gives them the foundation of everything they need so that their body can utilize anything else they might be taking. You've got to have the foundations in place. That gold with all the vital minerals and essential elements and the one of the best detoxifiers because it's so small, it can carry out 60 times its weight of toxicity from the cells. And it's large molecule and small molecule, including large heavy metals and small things like glyphosate, which are disrupting our guts, everybody's guts. And it has the ability to transport in 60 times its weight of nutrition into the cells. So gold is like, it's like a daily must. And then blue, that like, oh my goodness, brain health, metabolic health, clearing out anything microorganism that should not be in the body, whether it's parasitic, viral, bacterial, fungal. It's such an amazing product. And the two of them together with that red light therapy, that's like, whew, I can't even count how
I'm
many
wearing the red
conditions.
light therapy right now because I took some blue just a while ago because I'm going to
Right.
work late tonight. So the red
Does
light therapy actually enhances and does many other things too. So
Yeah.
it's such a phenomenal line that
does
Solex
it is there
offers.
any signs of detox um side effects from it?
No side effects, but I mean, if you're
No?
detoxing, then I mean, obviously it's working. I always start slow.
I know that,
I would
yeah, right.
definitely would not do 10 in the morning, 10 pumps at night. So
Oh,
I start off all my clients a little slower, and their body tells them, if they're doing well, they're immediately, they usually tell me that they have more energy and, their mental focus, right. And even, some people it's being used for anxiety, Parkinson's.
Bipolar.
This is what they're saying. I'm not saying that Solex is saying, if you do any research at all, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, cancer, I mean, it just goes on and on. They're even starting to look at it with autism because of the effect, what Dr. Sheila was just saying, who's an expert in all of these subjects, getting those heavy metals out and with the gold helping get that gut under control too, plus again the core that she talked about. So I mean, just 3 lines right there, 3 lines of products could transform your life and your children's life and everybody around you.
Yeah. And so affordable.
So affordable, unbelievable. And
Yeah.
you look at all of these other blues companies that are selling blues, and I'm not, taking a shot, but if you're on antidepressants, you're not supposed to be taking the regular blue. Solex Blue, you can. I mean,
Yeah.
oh.
it's phenomenal what it does. And Dr. Bennett has a great, there's 2-part talk on Solex LLC, which is a YouTube channel, and I really recommend you going and having a listen. And he covers all the bases there of how special it is and gives a lot of really, important information. So
Yeah, the
anyway,
blue, we have one of the only clinically proven methylene blues on the market that's completely natural, completely safe. I think we may have the only nano. So our
yeah.
dosing is so much lower than anyone else's, because it's 100% absorption. So you don't have to overdose. Dosages can be really high just because we don't usually get much more than 20% if we're lucky. But with a nanoparticle that we're doing with this revolutionary technology is 100% absorption right away. So no loss. And so small dosing. My grandchildren also use it very safely. There's not anyone that would have a contraindication to it. It's just not. And the fulvic the same way. And I was with another fulvic company before that cost almost 3 times what our fulvic gold costs. So I'm so grateful for the price of what we can get this because it changes lives.
Plus, it bypasses the blood-brain barrier, the blue. So a lot of times, if you have stuff happening up there, it's
Yeah.
hard to treat it. I know that that can be a challenge. So,
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've got about 5 minutes left, and we would love to hear any stories that you might have, any testimonies.
I've got a couple.
Great.
Hello. I'm also
Hello.
rocking the red light. I've just had my blue.
oh, hi, Thora. Thora's calling in from Australia, down under.
Down
Woo.
under, having fun down under. I've got two amazing testimonials from last week. A beautiful Lyme's client that I started working with. And thank you so much for that webinar, Marianne. One of my other Lyme's clients was actually in the clinic, and it was just wonderful to have it right there. And then it's perfectly orchestrated. It was amazing. Yeah, but this particular woman, she's been really suffering for a long time, and she just it was really like her skin was crawling, her nervous system was all over the shop. And before we did the proper consultation, all I really did with her is run the AOS and the inner voice and send her frequencies, and then specifically the Cephis for Lyme's and detoxification. And I just put together a few playlists. She rang me in tears the next morning, said for the first time she's had a beautiful night's sleep and she felt so serene. And we also did some breath work and some guided meditations and things like that. But she had such a transformation, and we are now like a week down. I spoke with her yesterday morning, and she's just so grateful. So it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Not even on the blue yet, on the other things, but just, and she's so diligent with her inner voice, and it's just beautiful. And then I had another client who was referred through a dear friend, extreme eczema, psoriasis, and asthma since she was 10 years old. I'm also a root cause practitioner, so we identified that's happened when her mother passed when she was 10. And so also she, before she came to my clinic the night before, I ran the inner voice and all of her things, and sent her the Cephis specifically for her skin, for detoxing her organs and things like that. And have her on a really deep cleanse this week, really supporting with all of those things. And she said she hasn't felt like she has in 20, 30 years. So it's not even I haven't even got them on the products yet. So that's just, it's taken me a little while to get going, but I tell you what, I'm really excited.
Oh my gosh, I would say so. That is huge. Wow.
Powerful.
Yeah, and I've been
Powerful.
really been burning the candle myself at this just I did like a horse clinic, and I had to put all my clients into 3 days last week, and I've been having the blue with this, and I tell you what, it's like having coffee. Like my system, I woke up at 3 a.m. for a practitioner call. I'm on a way to other clients, so I'm really firing and not sort of on coffee like I used to. So it's really activating something, I don't have the cravings as much, and it's just wonderful, and can't wait to have the infinity wand and the mat, and that's all next. So yeah, watch this space.
Yeah, so I love that you brought up the energy with the blue, and it's not even just the energy, it's the mental clarity. My focus is so much better, and when I'm not taking it, I struggle quite a bit, but it blows my mind how clear my brain is when I'm on it, and I can actually do the tasks that, creating courses and creating content. It's like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you
for
for
sharing.
sharing.
Thanks for sharing. I just want to just put a quick little plug in there that the Lyme epidemic is all over the world, and people, until you've experienced it, and I have, the depths that you will go emotionally, the emotional pain, the physical discomfort, it's a horrible, horrible bacteria, and what it does to the body. So anytime the fact that this blue and what we have can turn things around so quickly, Thora, like that's fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. I'm on a big mission with Lyme disease, so thank you for
As am
that.
I, Marianne. I've got so many clients who've just flooded in it, just from absolutely nowhere. So obviously we are meant to work together, and yeah, really
Yeah,
kick this up. Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, that's been dropping in my lap a lot this last couple of weeks as well. So we are out of time, but I just want to express so much gratitude to every single one of you that showed up tonight, whether you said something or just listened in. First of all, I love seeing your faces. I love hearing your voices, but it's so great to connect. And it is so, oh my gosh, it just lights me up over the moon to hear these stories, and you give me ideas of different things that I could be doing or ways that I could be helping, and I'm so grateful. I can't even express that enough, and I don't have the right words for it, but I love you so much. And if you're watching this replay, please get back with the person who shared Solex or AO Scan with you so that you can become empowered as well, because we are on a mission to empower every single household. Now we've got to go see what Solex has to teach us tonight, and we cannot wait to see you next week. Now, tomorrow night, I will be doing a team training, Q&A, onboarding, depending on who shows up, we'll see what happens, but I will be available. You've got a link in your email, and I can't wait to see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Sheila. We love you.